Hey, Larry. Larry. Why are we standing here? I don't know. I don't care. Larry. Here he comes.
I have
Hello,
nothing to say to you.
Oh, I think you do,
Mr. Sinclair.
Perhaps you had better come in.
Ding!
I've learned that you were, in fact, hired by Prince James.
So why didn't you
Good.
let me in
That
before?
doesn't excuse your prying into my affairs.
Aww.
You've destroyed my cover.
See now, that's the problem with secrets and lies. It's impossible to tell which ones might be relevant until you dig them up and take a good whiff.
That's between you and Prince James.
Oh, there's your
I
Scottish
can
accent.
tell you that you're treading on thin ice. This is a delicate situation. You might find yourself in very hot water indeed.
I'm getting confused. Am I supposed to watch out for thin ice or hot water?
I'm just
Very
getting confused by the
amusing, I'm
accent.
sure. We'll see how your cavalier attitude serves you with the prince. Now, what is it that you want?
I want to know what it is with your accent. Seriously. Like, you still sound British, but occasionally you just throw in the Scottish bro. Alright.
I wanted to talk to you about your bloodline manuscript.
Yep.
How did you know about that?
How
I
did
followed
you
last
know?
night and dug it up.
Oh!
What?
I have it.
This is outrageous.
I hope you can appreciate my motivation. I was in the room when Prince James's son was taken. There's very little I wouldn't do to find him.
Ding ding.
Can't fathom why an outsider like you was hired in the first place. It's absurd. But now that
absurd.
you've seen my manuscript, I hope you finally comprehend that I am not the kidnapper.
It's not incriminating in that regard.
No.
Where is the manuscript? You didn't remove it, did you?
I didn't think it was good for it, being out in that damp ground and all.
You must return it at once.
Yeah, I will. But it's at the hotel at the moment, though.
Mr. Knight, I suggest you bring it back here immediately. As if anything happens to that manuscript, Prince James will be very displeased.
I will. No problem. Prince James implied that the kidnapping was political. Would the manuscript have anything to do with it?
It could.
It could.
There are those who take exception to the idea of Prince James being on the throne.
The throne? What throne?
Oh,
Never mind.
there are some who take exception to your accent.
Do you know Montreux, the owner of the local vineyard?
I know of him, of course. It's a small area.
Is he one of yours by any chance?
No.
Freemason? No.
No.
At least he's not Scottish Rite.
No.
Here's what I don't get. Why are you working on the manuscript here? Obviously, you don't need the Templar vibes.
There's usually one of us in the area, just to keep an eye out.
Keep an
For
eye
what?
out.
Treasure hunters?
For
Yes.
anything.
But why you?
There is a certain opposition to the manuscript.
Yes.
The work on it was to be done discreetly.
And you figured they'd never suspect you'd work on it here.
Something like that. Of course, you've quite destroyed my anonymity.
How? No one knows you're here except for me and Grace and mostly.
The manuscript promotes Prince James as king of what? Scotland?
No, it doesn't promote him as anything, per se. It simply lays out the genealogies. He's clearly the best candidate.
Best candidate
For
what?
what? You
Are
haven't.
you talking about Scottish independence?
No.
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 In our modern world, Scotland is a very small principality indeed.
England?
The Stuarts have vowed they'd never accept the English throne.
Well,
Oh.
what then?
It's not for me to say.
It's not for me to say, but I'm going to go. Oh.
Well, I could keep asking him stuff, but I have the feeling he wouldn't tell me anything.
But he'll just keep alluding to
He's
things.
not looking too happy today.
No, but you know
I
what?
have to go.
As you wish.
As you wish. Oh, suddenly it's the Princess Bride. As you wish. Yeah, people are moving around. Back to sound. Back to the sound? What the hell? I mean, back to town. Back to the sound. What's wrong with me? You know how, like, well, I can understand them not having Bigot in the game anymore since, you know, he's no longer got any more mopeds for anyone to have, but no one can return any mopeds, so it doesn't make sense either. It's like, you know, if you wanted to be like, oh, here, take the moped back, Bigot not take it. Alright. I'm gonna go to my room. Oh. Hello.
Bonjour.
Newspaper, hey? Like holding it like a baby, eh? Why are you holding that newspaper that way, Madeline? Oh! Bukali, you popped your head out. I see Roxanne still. Wait, why did she go that way? That makes no sense. No sense at all. Man, they must really love that newspaper. Alright. Let's go speak to Grace. She'll be out of the shower by now. Oh, there she is. Hey, lady. Let's talk about the
Did you
manuscript.
check out the Bloodline manuscript?
Yeah, pretty interesting. Where do you want me to start?
Oh, good God. Keep talking.
What's the manuscript say about the Bloodline?
The bloodline thing is major. The descendants of Jesus are called Disposini. Their symbol is the unicorn.
That's interesting.
Unicorn?
Now, Grace, how does your laptop
the horn
work?
represents the male phallic symbol, and the unicorn itself represents the fertile Jesus.
Well, no wonder the Catholic Church had a conniption. But is there any way this Bloodline thing could be legit?
Well, there's no reason why Jesus shouldn't have married and had children, unless you believe any kind of sex is a sin. Personally, I don't. And you certainly don't.
That's just the line I feed Catholic girls, but go on.
And it's the kind of thing the early church might have suppressed, if for no other reason than to make sure the bishops of the church had all the power and not the descendants.
That explains how it might be possible, but it's hardly proof.
True, but if it's all a myth, it's a very old myth. The Royal Arms of Scotland show a Davidic Lion of Judah, Desposinic Unicorn, and the Jewish fleur-de-lis. So they've believed they were Desposini from the Middle Ages at least.
Yes. Now, here's an interesting question, Grace. How does your laptop work? It has no cables. So how are you plugged into the internet? Number one. And number two, where is the power coming from? Seriously, there is nothing there.
What's the manuscript say about the Freemasons?
The manuscript came right out and said that the original split between the Templars and the Priory of Sion was over the bloodline. The Priory wanted to support certain French families of Merovingian descent, while the Templars supported the emerging Stuart dynasty. I think it's pretty clear that the Freemasons and the Priory are still fighting over the same issue.
Sounds right.
Does Sinclair mention the Holy Grail in the manuscript?
The Grail represents the bloodline and a kind of noblesse oblige duty to serve mankind. But also, remember what you heard on the train? You heard the kidnapper say Sangreal.
Yeah?
The manuscript says the words Holy Grail were actually a mistranslation. The original phrase wasn't Sangreal or Holy Grail.
It was?
Sang-Real.
Sangreal? What's that mean?
Blood royal, or royal blood. The Holy Grail is the bloodline, Gabriel. That's what's so creepy.
Wow. I wonder if that's what they were saying on the train. It's royal blood.
That's what I've been wondering.
Maybe that's what they were
Brings the
saying
whole
about you.
vampire theory back onto the playing field, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they said it to you. Like they were, like, looking at you when they said it. So that's kind of weird.
I'm still not sure I see the connection between Sinclair and Prince James's men.
The manuscript did mention Prince James. It traced the various branches of the bloodline all the way down to the present day. It was obviously making the point that the Stuarts have the largest, purest amount of the blood, and Prince James is mentioned as the current Stuart heir.
Did you get the impression that the manuscript was trying to set Prince James up for something?
It certainly went to great lengths about his pedigree. I guess the royal families find that terribly irrelevant.
What about rulership? Did it mention anything about a throne?
Yeah, actually. It talked about the European Union a lot. How any system of government ideally has both a parliament and a monarchy.
Interesting.
I don't think they're trying to... No.
Put Prince...
No.
Yeah.
Position the House of Stuart as monarchs over the EU.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're trying to do.
Oh, God.
That would be
No wonder
interesting.
Sinclair is hiding out here.
Tell me about the unicorn. Tell me about the pony.
Is there anything more in there about the unicorn imagery?
A bit. You know all those medieval tapestries that show a unicorn in a garden or a unicorn being hunted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposedly,
dreamt
they
about it.
all represent the Desposini being suppressed by the church.
But that was kind of understated. Oh.
Guess what I found today?
What?
Wilkes's corpse.
Oh.
I found him at L'Homme Mort. Looks like they took him right out of his room last night.
It's
Oh
not
my
Lamont,
God.
it's Lahame Mort.
Creepy, isn't it? They were in the hotel. Weird, because I was dreaming about them. That's why I...
Came into the bed
Well,
and came into you. Oh, I
was
said
Wilkes
it.
killed?
Just like Prince James's men. Throat cut, blood drained into a pool.
God. What am I, cursed or something? I spent the entire day in the car with Mallory and McDougal, and then last night I had dinner with Wilkes.
Why?
What was his big theory, anyway?
He had a seismic survey done. They show hollow areas, and he had uncovered a big one. It makes sense, actually, because I've been working on this riddle called Le Serpent Rouge.
Sure. You keep working on that.
Oh, you
I've got some
fucker.
ideas of my own to follow up.
Fine.
I just...
Doesn't sound like a moped.
No, it doesn't, does it? I would look out the window if I were you. Except who knows where this window actually looks out.
Damn, it's Prince James. Where's the manuscript? I've got to get it back to Larry before he runs to his boss and complains.
It was right here. I left it on the table when I went to take my shower.
Ooh, don't tell me that, Grace. Grace?
Somebody must have taken it.
Mosley. Wait, how did Mosley get into your room?
Okay, let me think.
Doesn't have the key. Mosley.
It's about time I pinned down our old squirmy friend from the NOPD.
Yeah.
I'll get him out of town for a bit.
What about Prince James?
Tell him I'm working on the case. I can't see him till I've got that manuscript, or he'll have my head on a platter.
You really think Mosley...
He
Yeah,
took it.
bum. But do me a favor and look around here, just in case I'm wrong.
Ding ding. Alright.
Leave me the bike, will you? You
Ooh.
can ride with Mosley.
What?
That'll be a cozy ride.
Come on, how can I keep an eye on the others if you leave me stranded? Please?
I don't believe this.
Come on.
Thanks.
Ding.
God.
Alright, so I think we'll save the game here, obviously. Day 3, 12 p.m. breaks, because I believe we're going to have to do day 3, 12 p.m. Gabriel as well. So I can't remember now. But there is a point that we do the same time phrase, just at different places. But yeah, so we'll see you guys next time for more Gabriel Night 3. Bye-bye.